Welcome back to Movie Health Community, where despite our efforts for the health of the moviegoer, nothing we post or record is medical advice. Blue Beetle is the new DC Comics superhero movie that was made before James Gunn took over the DC universe, but it seems like there were instructions in place to make sure that this could stand on its own and exist in either the established DC universe or the new reboot of it. The most important question about this movie, obviously on this channel, is this movie safe? The answer is no. This movie is not safe. This movie is reckless with its use of strobe lights. There are several scenes with rapid-firing firearms that are very bright when they are fired in dark environments, and they are all fired in dark environments. There are a lot of electrical flickers and sparks that create extreme strobe effects that fill entire scenes. There is one sequence where it's almost exclusively the strobe lights on emergency vehicles. So if you're covering your eyes during that moment, there is important stuff happening. The audio can probably give you a good idea of what's happening. For flashing lights, we've got to give this movie a 10 out of 10. Now, in terms of motion, this has just about everything you'd expect from a superhero movie at this point, especially one like Iron Man or Spider-Man. So you'll get a lot of flying, you'll get a lot of extreme heights, you'll get a lot of high speeds, you'll get some angles where the camera rolls sideways while it's going down. If you can handle the MCU as a whole, you can handle the motion in Blue Beetle. As far as mental health triggers go for this movie, the biggest one that happens is some scenes have near constant microaggressions toward Hispanic people, particularly from Susan Sarandon's character. Now, with all these health advisories in mind, is this movie any good? Yeah, I guess. It takes some of the best ideas that Marvel has already used, both in terms of the action and the story, and motivations for all their villains. The biggest problem with this movie is that it just does not feel original. The cast is great though. Xolo Maridueña is surprisingly good at carrying a movie, but his family are the real standouts of this movie. They do family even better than the Fast family. Especially George Lopez and the grandma. They are real standouts in this movie. And it's only with this family that you get any of the emotional beats in this movie. And the emotional beats are pretty good, pretty effective. The family was great, but overall as a superhero movie, nothing about this movie felt original. I'm going to give Blue Beetle a C. We'll give an extra special thanks to our patrons this week on our Patreon page. You guys, as usual, you make all of this possible. We are about breaking even on our efforts to bring you the most up-to-date evaluations of theatrical releases. What we are not covering yet is the cost of labor that it takes to produce a flashing lights warning track. And that does take quite a bit of labor that at this point has become very specialized. We do hope to see some more people join our Patreon pretty soon. But for now, here's a credit scroll of all of our active patrons. Thank you so much to every single one of you. Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't yet, leave a comment down below if you have anything to add to the discussion, especially if you disagree with anything that's been said here. And as always, stay safe at the movies.